So this is the Bible. Well, these days it might even look like this. The Bible is large. It's old. So how in the world does it apply to me? I mean, it's longer than 140 characters. And where do I begin in the Bible? Why do I need to learn the Old Testament? Why not just skip over to the New Testament? Well, consider this. Did you know that Jesus quotes from the Old Testament a lot? God's story of salvation and love begins in the Old Testament. Jesus lived during Old Testament times. Maybe you like the book of Genesis. Well, and Exodus is pretty epic. But what's the deal with Leviticus? And what in the world is a Habakkuk? Walk Through the Old Testament can answer all these questions in just a few hours. Yeah, that's right. You can learn the entire Old Testament in just a few hours. You can learn it in the time it takes to fly from New York to LA. God's big plan in the Old Testament is really a rescue plan, an amazingly true story of how God wanted a relationship with His people. It's filled with drama, excitement, and family tension. It's not just knowledge. It's a foundation upon which everything else in your life should be built on. Knowing the Old Testament helps you understand God's plan and His love for you. Understanding the Old Testament is understanding God better. So what if you could learn the entire Old Testament in just a few hours? What if you could know it so well that you could tell it to a friend in just 3 minutes? Well, you can. Just attend Walk Through's Old Testament live event and you can learn the Old Testament in just a few hours. You'll remember it and be able to apply it to the rest of your life. Join us Saturday, January the 28th at West Acres Baptist Church from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. You can register now at westacres.org.